Right, I like to say Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahweh Shah, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rakakadash. Double honors the apostles and elders of GMS, Salakia, and salutations to you brothers out there doing this work in truth and sincerity. I'd like to say Moatha Bible, which is depth of Babylon. And Lord willing, this is edifying for you brothers out there that's doing this work in truth and sincerity. So let's get straight into it. This is 2 Timothy 2 and 3. And the scripture says, Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Right? And you gotta understand, man, is that, we're soldiers in this thing. When soldiers out on the battlefield, that's when you have to strengthen up. You have to strengthen up. You have to be a man in this thing. Because the Lord ain't dealing with wimps. Plain and simple. The Lord ain't dealing with wimps. He not dealing with emotional dudes. The Lord is dealing with men. Isn't that what um King David said to Solomon, his son? Matter of fact, let's get that real quick. Right? So this is 1 Kings chapter 2, verse 2. Well, let's start at 1. And it says, Now the days of David drew nigh that he should die. And he charged Solomon his son, saying, I go the way of all the earth. Be thou strong, therefore. So you got to be strong, man. King David told Solomon to be strong. You got to be strong in this truth, man. Just, you have to be, again, you have to be a man. You have to be a man in this truth. You have to be strong. You can't be wimps, because we're living in the end times of America, Babylon, and we're just in the beginning stages of that hardship that's coming for Jacob, man. Going back into Jeremiah 30 and 7. And if you already wimping out already, then you definitely not going to be prepared for what's coming. Going back to Jeremiah 30 and 7. So again, 1 Kings 2 and 1. Now the days of David drew nigh that he should die. And he charged Solomon his son, saying, I go the way of the earth, be thou strong therefore, and shew thyself a man. You gotta show yourself a man. If the Lord said what? For we're kings, priests, and judges, man. So being a king, you gotta show yourself a king. Kings aren't gonna wimp up in front of their congregations, man. In front of their people, in front of their congregation. That shows a lot of weakness, man. Again, going back to what was that? 2 Timothy 2 and 3. The scripture says, "What, man? For we are soldiers of Yahweh Shem Yahshua." So going into that word soldier means what? Solitary, man. Right? And soldiers are strong, man. You got to show yourself a soldier in this truth. 1 Kings chapter 2, verse 2. I go the way of all the earth, be thou strong therefore, and shew thyself a man, and keep the charge of the Lord thy power to walk in his ways. You got to walk in the ways of Yahweh Shema Shah in this truth. And how do you walk in the ways of the Lord? By keeping the commandments of Yahweh Shema Shah. Reading the scriptures. Be more in the scriptures. And the scriptures guide you on how you need to be. And the Most High set up men over you to show you how you should be. You see what I'm saying? And it says to keep his statutes and his commandments and his judgments and his testimonies, as it is written in the law of Moses, that thou mayest prosper in all that thou doest, and whether thou turneth thyself. So you got to be a man in this thing. Hey, it's this truth isn't gonna get easier, man. It's gonna get harder. It's not gonna get easier. It's gonna get harder, man. Hey, this is what Job. Look what Job said, man. Let's get this. Job 41 and 24. It says, His heart is as firm as a stone, yea, as hard as a piece of the neither millstone. Because you could go through all that hell, but at the same time, you gotta show that hardness, man. You gotta show that hardness, like uh when somebody's trying to break stone into nothing but rubbles of rock, man. You want to be hard as that stone, whereas practically impossible to turn you into rubble, man. Hey, if you understand what I'm saying, man. Hey, this is Psalms 88 and 7. It says, Thy wrath lieth hard upon me, and thou hast afflicted me with all thy ways, right? If you've been afflicted by Yahweh Shemel Shai, you got to be able to take that, man. Just like if you was on a boat in the ocean, and those waves are just hitting across that boat, man. You got to be able to be steady, man. You got to be able to handle all those things, or you'll end up off that boat, and that'll be it. You be done for, man. This is Daniel's 5 and 12. For as much as an excellent spirit and knowledge and understanding and interpreting of dreams, showing of hard sentence. So how you gonna know the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of Yahweh Shema Shai? But when hard sentences come your way, you can't handle it, man. But a lot of times that just prove that a lot of dudes ain't for this truth, man. A lot of times that prove that you don't have the integrity and you don't have the mental capacity and strength to be able to deal with the hardness of this truth. A lot of hardships is gonna come, man. A lot of hardships is gonna come. That's a fact, man. You in this truth, the first thing that happens when you in this truth is you start knowing that you start catching hell off the bat, man. Whether it's a rebuke, catching hell in your personal life, off the back, man, the Most High is testing you now. So again, Daniel's 5 and 12. For as much as an excellent spirit and knowledge and understanding, interpreting of dreams and showing of hard sentence and dissolving of doubts, man. So you got to dissolve those doubts. You get rebuked and now you feel a type of way because you got rebuked. No, man, you got to cast that shit out of there, man. You got to see that that's all the workings of Yahweh Shema Shai. Matter of fact, let me grab this. This is the book of Deuteronomy 1 and 17. The scripture says, Ye shall not respect persons of judgment, but ye shall hear the small as well as the great. You shall not be afraid of the face of men, for the judgment is the Most High's, and the cause that is too hard for you, bring it unto me, and I will hear it. So you pray unto Yahweh Shema Shai, and he'll hear it. So, but judgment comes through the will and the power of Yahweh Shema Shai. But a lot of dudes that was once in the truth, a lot of dudes can't see that, man. A lot of dudes like, oh, this brother doing this to me and he doing that to me, and then you do back in the world, man. Do back in the world, man. Again, this thing is about being a soldier, man. This thing is about being a man. You can't be wimps in the truth, man. And that's just facts. You can't be wimps in the truth. You know what I'm saying? You gotta show yourself a man. I don't know how many times I'm gonna have to stress that out, but you're gonna have to show yourself as a man. Again, man, I think I already grabbed that one. Let me see. Yeah, man, that's I would say, man, that's it. That's all I wanted to grab, man. Pretty much. You know, yeah, show yourself a man in this truth. Second Timothy 2 and 3. It says, Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahweh Shema Shai. Endure hardness, man. This thing isn't about to get easier, man. It's only about to get harder. Every time you level up in this truth, every time you grow in this truth, it's going to get harder. It's not going to get softer. It's not going to get easier. You're not going to get a pat on the back. You're not about to be babied or get a bottle. It's going to get harder, man. It's going to be obstacles you're going to have to get through. When I'm talking, I'm applying that to myself. I can't be a wimp. There's no way in hell I want to be a wimp in this truth. No way in hell I want to be nowhere near being a wimp. You know what I'm saying? I want to be as strong and as a man as I could possibly be in this truth. But that's how you got to show yourself, man, as a man in this truth, man. But other than that, man, I'm going to end it from there. I want to say Barakati Yahweh, Barakati Yahweh Shah, Barakati Yahweh, Barakati Yahweh Shah, Bahashim Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS, and salutations to you brothers out there doing this work with true sincerity. I like to say Mawasla Bible, which is Death of Babylon. And Lord willing, this is edifying for you brothers out there that's doing this work of truth sincerity. I like to say Shalom.